Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Speed Rounds. Today's suggestion comes from a friend of mine, whom I'll just refer to as Warrior Link, wink wink, who suggested video game stuff, and then I remembered that we used to do Smash Bros together. So I decided that I'd run down the characters I have made in all the Smash Brothers games over the years. Quick rule before we dive in, there will most likely be multiple characters, cause that's just how I roll. I tend to main multiple characters by the game. Now, let's dive in. Alright, let's start things off with the first Smash Brothers game ever, Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64. And honestly, I've had two mains out of the get-go, those being Link and Pikachu. When it came to Link, it's because I'm mostly a fan of sword fighters, and Link, well, he was the only sword fighter that was in Smash Bros at the time, and he was just easy to grasp and have fun with. Meanwhile, Pikachu was just extremely OP, and he was my favorite Pokemon, so I just latched on and I decided to go with Pikachu. And they basically alternated spots here and there. So Link and Pikachu is how I started my Smash Bros legacy. Now get ready to grab your pitchforks and torches and come and hunt me, because I'm about to make an unpopular claim. I have never played Super Smash Bros. Melee. I know, it's a shocker, right? But my family, we never had access to a GameCube. We didn't get one during the time. In fact, our first console was a Wii, actually, and it was only through friends that I played 64 in the first place. But yeah, I just never played any GameCube games, and Melee was a part of that. And any GameCube games that I did play, such as Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion, was through other consoles, like when Luigi's Mansion came on the 3DS, or when Sunshine came on the Switch. So yeah, I've never played Melee. Now when it comes to Brawl, there are two characters that really took my heart. One of them stayed there for quite some time until Ultimate, and the other one, well, he was a sword wielder. Those were Bowser and Ike. And Bowser, I felt like it was because of his heavyweight status and his ability to grab people so easily and just toss them aside, and his ground pound. And a lot of friends from college really hated me because I played Bowser. Ike, on the other hand, I just really loved his sword mechanics, and I loved a lot of his moves, and he was just so fun to use. And again, he was a heavyweight. And apparently I really cling to heavyweights. So, Ike and Bowser for it. Now we got to Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U. And out of the gates, I'm just gonna say it, I played 3DS first, and I didn't play the Wii U one until years later, but my opinion basically remained the same. And there were three characters for this. First off, it started as Lil Mac. Lil Mac was just that quick, speedy type character, and it felt like as though I was playing a lightweight, heavyweight type character. Somebody who could move very fast on the field, but also deal heavy punches, and I didn't really care too much about recovery for him. And then when I was playing 8-player Smash in college, I actually used Bowser, and because of his heavyweight status, as well as his ability to kind of get multiple people with one move, I just found myself making the most KOs out of anybody. And then finally, me Sword Fighter, which, lo and behold, is another Sword Fighter. And I guess it was because of his customizability in this game, as well as his... I could just model him after me, and I love games where you could model characters after yourself. So that was just really cool, and again, that's why I really love Mies as well. And now we get into the granddaddy of them all, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and man, this is an ultimate game. So much characters that we are going to split this up into two parts. So we'll be doing one part based on pre-DLC, and then we'll be doing another part on post-DLC. So let's start with base game. Now for the base game of Smash Bros. Ultimate, there were just so much characters to pick, it was hard to like cling on to one specific character for the entire game. But at the very least, I found myself returning to previous characters such as Lil Mac, Ike, me Sword Fighter, and even Bowser. But I found myself clinging more so to villains this time around, including Ganondorf and Ridley. And Ganondorf, I felt like as though it was because he was just a little bit faster, and I love the fact that they added his sword as kind of his side attack. And then Ridley, I guess it was because I wanted somebody new to try out, so I just tried out Ridley and I stuck to him for a bit. I really loved his moveset. Sakurai, I don't see why you kept using the excuse that he's too big, but at the same time you kind of backpedaled on Villager, so I guess I could understand. And then Incineroar was also like a fan favorite that I really got to try out and I really loved because of his ability to basically be a pro wrestler. I just really enjoyed that. And finally, we get into Smash Bros. Ultimate post-DLC, because honestly, a lot of the characters that I play now, a lot of them that I main now, are basically DLC characters. And we're gonna start with Piranha Plant because he was the first one that came out. I feel like as though I really was able to get into the whole aspect of zoning characters with Piranha Plants, especially because of his Patui ability. Like, I found myself queuing people as soon as I was able to knock them off stage. It was like the minute I knocked them off stage, I just shot a Patui right at them. Boom, dead. But then after, Steve came out, and a lot of people will say that I'm a minecart spammer. I'm not gonna object to that, that is true. But it's also a lot of Steve's other abilities. I don't know how much I was able to get into this tactical character so much, but he's like one of my 2 mains right now. And then finally Pyra and Mithra, and then it's more so for the same reason as before. Again, technically I consider them sword fighters, and Pyra I consider heavy. And then because you could switch out between Pyra and Mithra, like when you want to start off the match, you go in with Mithra, you go and you speed shot, get them out. And then when they ask a high enough percentage, you go in with Pyra and you try and go in for the kill. And to me, that was just so awesome of a tactic that you could do with Pyra and Mithra. And then ever since the DLC like just wrapped up, I've been meaning Steve and Pyra and Mithra, and then touch a little bit of Piranha Plant. I don't even touch the base roster anymore, to be honest, except when we're doing like Smashdown. Alright guys, and that is it for speed rounds. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. It was honestly really fun to go back and explore my Smash history. I hope you don't kill me for the melee thing. But at the same time, it was so awesome doing it. Thanks so much, Warrior Link, for suggesting this episode. And let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do in future episodes of speed rounds. Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, guys. And I will see you in the next episode of speed rounds or hashtag vlogs, whichever comes first.